for a long time I had always known how to write. It's one of those things where you always feel like I'm probably too young and too inexperienced to do it now, so I'll probably do it later on in life. A part of what sobered me up was a good friend of mine passing on and realizing that you live with this idea of unlimited time, but time is finite. And I think of a proverb that says, God teach me to number my days. And for me it was really a moment of reckoning and realizing that this is something I love and I want to do, but still feeling like, hey, I don't know what I'm going to write about, which is a real thing, right? I remember being in Uganda in 2015, and I was driving with my dad, and all of a sudden, this sounds very romantic because this is the stuff writers say, but all of a sudden the narrative came to me, the whole idea behind an image in a mirror. So the name came to me, that would definitely be an image in a mirror, and the concept would be juxtaposing the lives of two twins, so one growing up in South Africa and the other one growing up in Uganda, and creating these two females who are both strong in different ways, both have purpose and dreams and are living out these dreams in very vastly different worlds. So one is in the city in Johannesburg / Cape Town, and the other one is in rural Uganda. So the story to that extent came to me all at once, and then it was a matter of developing the rest of it. So who would be their friends? Who would they grow up around? What would be these moments of reckoning for them? What would the different themes be? And that then came in waves. I don't have a set writing process. I just tend to sit down at my desk if I'm writing at 2 AM in the morning, which is my other preferred time of writing, and then just take out my laptop and start writing. What I did do though is I created a whole character / story outline before I actually started writing the novel. But what I found halfway, not even halfway through, a third of the way through, is that the story started evolving naturally, the character started evolving. Because a lot of my writing is inspired by life. So I enjoy walking to work because then I get to watch people and see people, and for people to be real to me, right? So people who aren't in my circles, people just going about their days, and just small things I see or small things I hear, or even conversations with friends, tends to inform my narrative and inform my characters. Because I think one of the most important things I believe about writing is to create people and not characters. So to try and embed as far as possible the nuances that make us human and that make us complex, and small things in our mannerisms, the way we react when we're excited or sad, and to be able to describe those moments so real that people can put a face and a place and a person to it is the ultimate goal of my writing process. My writing is probably a cross between Paulo Coelho, The Zahir, one of my favorite books by him, and Chimamanda Adichie Ngozi, Americana, one of my favorite books by her. And why I say that is my writing is political and very socially infused, where it probes a lot of the status quo in society, but a lot of societal issues, which Chimamanda does amazingly in Americana, where she's able to make you fall in love with the characters, that you're actually willing to pause and interrogate injustices because you believe in the characters, which is what I try to do as well. And then Paulo Coelho, because he's very philosophical, where, I mean, when you think of The Alchemist, which everyone loves, there's a lot of undertones and life lessons in his writing, which is what's in my writing as well. First thing that I want people to take away from the book is just to look at the world differently, right? And in looking at the world differently, central to that is looking at people differently, and to just be a lot more curious about people's stories before creating assumptions or building up stories in your head about that person. Number 2, dream. You see it in the book where the characters have dreams, and dreams that feel hard, and dreams that come at a cost, right? But you see them pursuing it. So the second thing for me would be, it would be incredibly humbling if after reading this book, people feel empowered to dream and to hope for the continent. And number 3 would be, I would love for people to take away the courage to probe the status quo and not just to accept it.